Wakey, wakey, Jack. Come on, sleepyhead.
Morning time.
Yes, it is morning, honey.
Cocoa Pops.
Washed and dressed first.
Then Cocoa Pops.
Yes, then you can have your Cocoa Pops.
Okay.
Okay. Come on then. Oh, bring it in.
Cocoa Pop.
Yes, okay, Jack. I only have one pair of hands.
Cocoa Pops. 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 No, 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 no.
What's up, Jack?
Tuesday.
What's that?
Tuesday. Superman Tuesday.
Oh, does it really matter what bowl you have your cereal out of, Jack?
Cocoa Pops on Tuesday. Cocoa Pops in Superman. Never have Cocoa Pops in Spider-Man. Superman. Superman Tuesday. Cocoa Pops in Superman. Superman on Tuesdays. Cocoa Pops Superman on Tuesdays. Never have Cocoa Pops in Spider-Man. Spider-Man Thursdays.
Did you say thank you for your cereal, Jack? Should we go for a nice walk this morning, Jack? Get some nice fresh air? I think I need to get out of here for a bit.
Can't.
Why not?
Walk 1 o'clock until 4.
Well, can't we change things around a bit? I really need to get out of here.
Walk 1 o'clock until 4. This morning Jack has his programmes.
Oh, but I've taped your programmes for you, hon. You can watch them when we get back.
Programmes after breakfast. Cheese sandwich for lunch. Then we go for walk.
What if I want to go for a walk this morning, Jack? Can't you do that for me?
Finish. Time for programmes now.
No consideration for what I want then, no? No compromise with Jack Harper? Oh, hi Jane. Oh, you know, same old, same old.
Oh, you sound fed up again, hun. Has anything happened?
Nothing. Nothing's happened. Just these four walls driving me crazy. My brother is driving me crazy.
Bring him over. Come and sit with me and I'll put the kettle on. We can have a conversation.
I'd love to, but not until 1.
Have you got some plans, Mary?
No, I don't have plans, but Jack does. I'm never allowed to have plans.
Well, just bring him over. Don't give him a choice.
Oh, it's not that easy. You know how he is. I couldn't cope with another episode. Remember what happened last time?
I do, Mary. But he can't help it, can he? It's his illness. It's really difficult for both of you.
I know that. It's not his fault. Since Mum's accident, I promised to take care of him and not put him in a home. Just didn't realise how hard it was going to be. I've no life of my own anymore. I can't do anything I want, any time I want. My whole life is looking after Jack. His wants, his needs, his schedule.
You know, Mary, no one would blame you if you put him into care.
No, I couldn't. I just couldn't. I love him dearly, despite him driving me crazy. I think it would kill him if I put him in a home.
Yes, but what about your life, hun? What about all your needs? You know David still asks about you. Have you seen or spoken to him recently? He's still sweet on you, you know.
Oh, I know. I think David's a wonderful man, and I like him too. But Jack doesn't. The last time he came over, Jack played up something awful. It's just not going to happen.
And how much are you going to sacrifice for him, Mary? He'd be okay, you know.
He's my brother. He needs me. That's all there is to it.
I know. I can understand, Mary. But it is such a strain on you both. And you
Mary,
do deserve a
11
life too,
o'clock,
you know.
time for tea.
Oh, look, I'm going to have to go, Jane. Jack's calling. I'll see if I can pop in this afternoon. Oh, if Jack will let us, of course.
Okay, Pen. You take care and I'll hopefully see you later.
Okay. Bye now.
Story.
Okay, what story do you want tonight, hun?
No story. Game.
Oh, you want to play the game again? Okay, hun. Okay, are you ready? What is 4 times 4?
Mary not playing right. Far too easy.
Okay, a harder one.
Much harder.
Okay. What is 1,437 times 2,365?
3398505.
Correct.
Of course it is.
Never ceases to amaze me.
Another.
Okay. Another. What is 4,587 divided by 62?
73.98387. Jack won't do the decimal point. Take too long.
How do you do that?
Easy. Anyone can do it.
Not anyone, Jack. Very few, actually.
Only 'cause they don't see the numbers properly. When you see the numbers like Jack, it's easy.
Another. Just one more then, because it's nearly 10 o'clock and you should be asleep, okay?
Okay, really hard, okay.
Okay, really hard. Here we go. What is the square root of 1,837,947?
1355.7. 7090 or thereabouts.
Is that a little joke, Jack?
Jackie's a little funny.
Yes, you are, honey.
Is Jack right?
Well, I'm sure you are.
Jackie's right. Mary has to check, because she won't believe Jack. See?
You really are exceptionally clever. Now it's time to go to sleep.
Okay. Mary.
What is it, Han?
Tomorrow is Weetabix in Shrek Bowl. Just so Mary doesn't forget.
Thank you, Jack. I won't forget, I promise.
Pinky promise.
Yes, I pinky promise. Now go to sleep.
And the final vowel, please.
And a final I.
And here's the
Decaying.
It's lovely to see you. I just wish you'd called first. They look such a mess.
Oh, you look lovely as always, Mary. I was in the area and I thought I'd just pop in and see that you're okay.
Well, I've just put the kettle on. I'll make you some tea.
Hello, Jack. Are you doing okay, Jack? Well, you are looking well. Well, what are you watching? It looks very interesting.
Here we go.
Oh, thank you. Is Jack okay? He doesn't seem very talkative today.
Oh, well, his programmes are on. You won't get much out of him, I'm afraid. I shouldn't take it personally. Do you want a tea, Jack?
Not time for tea.
To share our customer claim reviews on our website.
So, how have you been?
Making claim to find
I haven't heard from you for a while.
Oh, sorry. I've just been a bit busy, you know.
You look tired, hon.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, no. Oh, you still look lovely. It's just that well, you look a bit tired. I'm just worried about you.
Oh, you needn't worry. I'm fine.
I did have one reason for calling.
Oh?
Yes. I was reading the paper last night and noticed that the new Sandra Bullock movie was showing at the multiplex. I remembered that you were a fan of Miss Bullock and wondered if you might like to accompany me to see it one evening.
Oh, I see.
Well, if you would like to.
Well, it's a really nice idea, David. And it sounds lovely. But I'm afraid on this occasion I'm going to have to decline.
Oh. Why?
Well, I can't leave Jack on his own, you understand.
Fear not, my lady. We have already thought of that.
We?
Joan has offered to come and sit with Jack for the evening. Oh, come on, it'll be fun. I mean, you look like you could use a night out. My treat?
I'm not sure about that. I don't know that it would work.
Of course it will.
Jack is bored now.
What's that, Jack?
Jack's tired of his programmes. Jack wants to go to the park now.
It's not time to go to the park now. You haven't had your lunch yet.
Jack wants lunch out in the park, ham sandwich and crisps.
Well, that is what we're having. But we're not having it in the park today.
Jack wants to go to the park. Jack wants to go to the park now.
Can I help?
No, he's okay. Jack, we're not going to go to the park right now. We go to the park later.
Jack wants to go to the park. Jack needs to go to the park now.
Jack, it's not in the schedule. We're not going to the park right now, and we have a guest.
Uninvited guest. Mary said so. Should have called. Should have called. Should have
Perhaps
called.
I
Should have
should
called.
go.
Should have called. Should have
Jack,
called. Should have
you're
called.
being
Should have called. 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 Should have
No,
called.
not
Should
this
have called.
again,
Should have
Jack.
called. Should have called.
Jack,
Should have called.
come on, Jack.
Leave, David, please!
Doreen.
Not tonight, Jack.
Game then.
No, not tonight, Jack. It's way past 10 o'clock. You should have been asleep ages ago. It's time you were asleep.
Mary's mad at me.
I'm not mad.
Mary's mad at me.
I'm not mad, Jack. Now go to sleep. I've just had a bad day today, that's all.
Jack is scared.
Scared? What are you scared of, Jack?
Jack doesn't like David.
Why? Why not? Why don't you like David?
David likes Mary. David doesn't like Jack.
Well, of course he does, Jack. He's always trying to talk to you.
David pretends. He only pretends. He doesn't really like Jack. He likes Mary. He only pretends.
Well, I'm sure that's not true. Sure, he loves you just fine.
Does Mary like David?
Yes, I like David very much.
Jack is scared that Mary will want to be with David more than she wants to be with Jack.
Jack, I will never ever leave you. I want you to know that. Don't want you to think like that anymore. Don't be scared. I'll never leave you.
Mary is family.
It's time for sleep now.
Okay. Jack loves Mary.
I love you too, Jack. You're not eating your cereal, Jack.
Jack not hungry.
Oh, try and eat a little, hon.
Jack not hungry.
Have you got a tummy ache, Jack? You don't look right. Oh, you are a little warm. You're coming down with something. That'll be a first. I'll tell you what, I'll get you some of that flu remedy. See if we can't catch this before it takes hold. I need you to take some of this for me, Jack.
Jack doesn't want medicine.
Oh, I know, but it'll make you better. Come on. Oh, Jack, that's all over your clean shirt. Let's try. Oh, that's probably enough on there, actually. Let's try again. Now. Come on, Jack. Come on. Oh, look what you've done. I can't believe you're doing this. Why do you have to fight me so? I'm only trying to help you. God. You horrible man. I despair of you sometimes. I'm only trying to help you, you know. Why do you fight me so? Hello?
Mary,
Oh, hi, Joan.
you alright? Is this a bad time?
Oh, no, I'm fine. I've just had a run-in with Jack, that's all. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm mostly ringing to see how you are. We've not heard from you in weeks.
Oh, I'm all right. So I've just been busy, you know.
Okay, it's nothing to do with David then.
I'm sorry?
David told me what happened when he came over. He was really upset and worried about you. It's been 6 weeks and he hasn't heard from you at all. He thinks you blame him for what happened.
Look, Joan, I need to be honest with you. I think you need to tell David that I'm not interested. And please tell him I don't blame him at all. I think he's a wonderful man, but nothing can ever happen. Jack's my priority and always will be. Can you do that for me?
Of course I can, Mary, but we are concerned that you're shutting yourself away more and more these days. It's just not healthy.
It's just the way things have to be.
Well, not necessarily.
Oh, look, I can't talk about this now, Joan. Jack's coming down with something and I'm really worried. He's never ill. Can I call you in a few days?
Of course, Mary, of course you can. But you don't have to manage on your own. You know that, don't you? You can call me 24/7.
Oh, I know. I thank you for that.
All right, hon. Well, I'll call you again in a couple of days. But listen, if you need anything picking up for Jack, or if you need me to come over, just call me.
Okay, Joan, I will. Bye for now.
Bye, Mary.
It's 101 degrees now, Jack. I'm calling the doctor.
No, doctor.
But Jack, you're getting worse, please.
Jack knows what's wrong. Jack knows he doesn't need the doctor.
Well, how can you possibly know? Don't be silly. I'm calling the doctor.
Jack knows he doesn't need the doctor. Mary must pinky promise she won't get the doctor.
Why, Jack? I'm worried about you.
Mary needn't worry. Jack knows. Jack not stupid on this.
How do you know?
Jack not stupid.
No one ever said you were stupid. You're the cleverest person I know.
Jack is different.
You're special. Very special. Especially to me.
Jack knows he doesn't need the doctor. Mary must pinky promise she won't get the doctor.
I will only pinky promise on the understanding that if you are any worse, I'm absolutely calling the doctor.
Jack worse tomorrow. Jack see the doctor. No doctor today.
Okay, Jack. No doctor.
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise.
Can Jack play game with Mary?
Oh, are you up to it, hun? Shouldn't you try and rest?
Jack, okay. Jack wants to show Mary something.
Show me something. Okay.
Mary play.
Well, I am playing. I'm going to ask you the questions.
Jack ask, Mary answer.
I can't do what you do, Jack. I wouldn't know where to start. I failed maths at school.
Jack will help.
No, let's just play it the old way.
Jack will help Mary. ready?
I guess so.
How many is 4 times 4?
Are you making fun of me?
Jackie, it's funny.
Yeah, very funny, a smart Alec. The answer's 16, but I think I can do a little better than that.
How many is 347 times 587?
Oh, Jack, you're still being funny. I can't do that in my head. I need the calculator. You tell me how many.
How many is 347 times 587?
Jack, I've told you, I don't know.
How many is 347 times 587?
No, Jack. Jack, let go. Let go. What's happening?
Mary knows now, don't you? How many is 347 times 587?
203,689.
It's easy when you can see the numbers.
How did you do that? How did I do that?
Jack showed you the numbers.
What? How did you do that?
Difficult for Jack to explain in words. Want to play again?
What?
How many is 678 divided by 47?
I don't know.
See the numbers like Jack showed you. How many is 678 divided by 47?
14.4255319148.
Mary doesn't have to do all the decimal points. Take too long.
I need to sit down. What did you do to me?
Jack showed you the numbers. Now Mary is smart like Jack.
How?
Jack told you it was easy. Jack can show you lots of things.
Lots of things? What do you mean? Show me what, Jack?
Mary, watch.
What the hell? What's happening? This is a joke. You've got the remote.
Jack has no remote.
Jack.
Jack can show you things. Mary must not be scared. Mary, watch.
Oh my god! Jack! Jack, stop it! This is really freaking me out.
Jack didn't mean to scare Mary.
Scare me! You're really freaking me out.
Mary must trust Jack. Does Mary trust Jack? Mary not scared. scared anymore.
No, I'm not scared anymore. What was that?
Difficult for Jack to explain in words. Mary will understand soon.
I need you to try, Jack. What did you do to me?
Like being your own doctor.
What do you mean?
No, not doctor. Like mechanic, but not with cars, with body. See what's wrong and fix it.
I'm not sure I understand.
Mary will understand soon.
I need you to help me try to understand now. I just don't know what happened. It was like your mind was in my mind and vice versa. But well, that's not possible.
Not impossible.
But how is it possible?
Difficult for Jack to explain in words. Jack knows things.
What things?
Jack can do things.
I don't think I understand.
Jack cannot understand why Mary cannot do what Jack can do. Jack cannot understand why everyone cannot do what Jack can do. Jack no different to anyone else. Why can't others do what Jack can do?
I don't know, Jack, but we certainly can't do what you just did.
Jack is tired of being different.
Being different is what makes you so special.
Jack is tired of being special.
How long have you been able to do these things, Jack?
Since always.
Since you were a child?
Before that, before Jack was born.
How can you remember things from when you were born?
Jack remembers.
From the minute you were born?
Before that,
You mean you can remember things from inside the womb?
Jack remembers. Jack saved Mum's life.
What?
Mum very ill when Jack inside her. Mum nearly died. Jack saw what was wrong and fixed it.
And Mum knew what you could do.
Mum knew some, not all.
She knew you could heal.
Mum knew.
So how come I never knew?
Mary wasn't ready.
Ready? Ready for what?
Mary wasn't ready to understand.
And now I am?
Time. Mary must understand now. Time.
Time for what, Jack?
Time for Mary to understand.
I'm not sure that I do.
Mary will understand soon.
I'm not so sure, Jack.
Mary must trust Jack. Jack is tired now. Jack needs to sleep now. Jack loves Mary. Jack thanks Mary for caring for Jack.
I love you too, Jack.
Miss Harper,
Yes?
my name's Philip Morant, Dr. Philip Morant.
You were at the funeral.
Yes, I was, Mary. Is it okay to call you Mary?
Do I know you?
We've never met, but I was asked to come and see you.
By whom?
By Jack. May I come in?
So you knew Jack?
Yes, very well.
How?
Well, I first met him when he was a small child. Your mother brought him to me with symptoms of autism. Of course, we didn't know as much about it back then as we do now.
So you met my mother?
Yes, indeed. She was a lovely lady.
So how come I've never met you?
We had to protect you. If others knew about what I'm about to share with you, then all our lives would become extremely difficult. The fewer people who knew, the better. Suffice to say that it was at Jack's and your mother's request that you and I didn't meet before now.
Hang on a minute, something's not quite right here. You're about the same age as Jack. How could you possibly have seen him medically as a child?
All in good time, all in good time. I believe you've begun to see things, great things, things that you can't explain. Jack told me he had opened up your mind. Can you listen to me with an open mind?
Opened my mind? Are you serious? I've never been more confused than I am right now. How could you have spoken to Jack? He didn't show me the things you're talking about until the night he died, so how could you possibly have spoken to him?
Mary, I need you to trust me. Clearly, I thought you would understand by now, and I apologise for that. I'll explain as much as I can, but rest assured, I am here to help you.
Help me? Help me with what?
With what follows.
What follows?
As you know, it was difficult for Jack to put his thoughts into words. Maybe it would be easier for me. Besides, I had to pinky promise him that I would help you. Will you trust me?
Yes, I trust you.
Okay, to answer your first query, how old would you say I am?
Well, I don't know exactly. I just know you're not old enough to have treated my brother when he was a child.
I'm 92 years old. I was in my early 40s when I first met your brother.
That's impossible.
If there's one thing that Jack has taught me, it's that nothing is impossible.
Jack changed you, didn't he?
Yes, in many ways, as he has done you.
You mean I'll no longer age?
Oh, you will still age, Mary, but at a much slower rate than everybody else. I used to have to move posts and join new teams every few years so that people didn't get suspicious. Now I prefer to work alone with a small team of individuals who are helping me to understand all this.
Oh, this is crazy. It can't be real. It's like some mad dream. How is any of this possible? Who the hell was my brother? How could he do all these things? Did you do experiments or something on him?
No, of course not. But others would have. You see, Jack was born with a very rare brain disorder. When I say rare, his was the only case like it, making Jack unique, one of a kind. In fact, we've named the symptoms Harper syndrome in his honour. When we first started talking with him, we discovered that it perhaps wasn't really autism, it was something much, much more.
So, a disorder?
Well, Jack's brain wasn't the same as ours. It was wired differently. It had hundreds of billions of cells more than the standard human brain. And there was a distinct separation between the right and the left hemispheres, effectively giving Jack two brains in one. Sadly, this had its downside, and particularly in his way of dealing with other people.
So, Jack did have autism?
In a way, yes, but it was not like anything we'd ever seen before. Jack had his disabilities, but he was also exhibiting some abilities in other areas too. Many people with autism do that. They show skills in maths and art and science and so on. But with Jack, it just went far further than anything we could ever imagine.
Like healing?
Well, yes, but it wasn't just the healing. He was also showing skills in telepathy and telekinesis. In fact, to answer your earlier question, that's how Jack and I were able to communicate without your knowledge. It was like a direct phone line from his mind to mine. Wherever I was in the world, I could hear him, and he could hear me. It was scary at first, but I got used to it. And I think that's why Jack felt that I was the only person he could trust, apart from yourself and your mother, of course.
Autism or not, brain disorder or not, how is this possible?
Well, Jack always maintained that these abilities are within all of us. It's just that for the rest of us, they're dormant. We can't even begin to fathom that they're there, let alone learn how to use them. In the same way as early man wouldn't have been able to fathom how to cure illnesses or put a man on the moon or create a mobile phone. Effectively, Jack was the first to take the next evolutionary step for mankind.
So we could all do these things?
We believe the basic ability is there, yes. It's just that for most of us it would take hundreds, if not thousands of years to learn how to use them. Jack's unique brain accelerated his learning, and he was able to tap into these hidden gifts with an understanding that we currently don't have.
So how was I able to do things? How were you? Why don't you age if all these abilities are so hidden in our normal brains?
One of Jack's abilities was enabling other people to tap into the power of their own brains. Your brain is already making the new connections, as is mine. It's a process that's similar to the healing and the slowing down of aging. And Jack was able to control the human body in ways that we're still trying to understand.
Something's troubling me. If Jack was able to control his human body, then why did he die? I mean, he was never ill, and the first time he is, he dies. It just doesn't make sense. He did it himself. He used his abilities to shut his body down. Oh my God. Why would he do that?
I'm so sorry, Mary. It was Jack's wish. He did it for you.
Did it for me? Why? I didn't want that. I loved him. I miss him so much. You knew. You knew and you did nothing. You should have stopped him.
I tried, Mary. I tried. I pleaded with him, but it was what he wanted. His mind was made up. I miss him too.
But why?
But Jack told me many times how tired he was of his body, and he just got more and more frustrated because despite years and years of trying, he couldn't get his legs to work. He couldn't get his mind to work more like ours, and he couldn't fend for himself. He was angry that he couldn't stop your mother's car accident. Despite all his gifts, Jack had his limitations. He couldn't cure any physical defects that were there from birth. He was happy, Mary, but he was also a tortured soul.
So he just killed himself.
But there was something else. Jack was convinced that he had knowledge of what comes next after death. He spoke often about a plane of existence where we leave behind our physical bodies and exist only as energy, free from pain, free from suffering. And in the last few months, he expressed a desire, a strong desire, to want to go there.
Is that true? Is it possible?
I don't know, Mary. But Jack was very rarely wrong. Maybe we'll know one day.
This is such a lot to take in.
It will take time. That's why I'm here to help you.
I miss him so much.
I know. I miss him too.
What will you do now?
Oh, Jack has given us so much data. It will take us decades to come to terms with it, let alone understand it. I'm hoping that as my abilities grow, I will learn more and more. I'm also hopeful that we might find some cures for some of the more common brain-related illnesses. How about you?
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, clearly you're going to be experiencing a lot of changes. What you do with your new abilities is entirely up to you. But Jack was insistent that on one thing he wanted from you.
What was that?
Start living for you. Jack just wanted you to be happy. You may have a lot of years ahead of you now, and you'll soon be able to pass on your new abilities to other people. There's no reason for you to be lonely anymore. That was Jack's last wish.
I'm just so scared. I just don't know what the future will be.
None of us do, Mary. None of us do.
Jack? Hello, David. It's Mary.
How did